Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the Continental Cup final, and it is between Chelsea women and Manchester City women. I'm Jamie Davies and I'll be going through the game with you lot over the next couple of hours. It could be even longer. Of course, if this is a draw after 90 minutes, we could go into extra time, then maybe penalties. I'm not sure which format it is, but either way, today we need a winner. Someone has to win today. Will it be Chelsea retaining it from last season, or can Man City win their first trophy of the season? So anyway, do get in touch on a live chat page, folks. Let us know your score predictions, and yeah, I'd love to read out some of your messages throughout the match. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you're new here. We do a lot of women's football here on the channel. If you're looking for your women's football content, this is the channel to go to. Meanwhile, so the players are on the pitch at the moment. It's quite nice to see this. All the players, the coaches, and the bench players for both teams are gathered together, having a quick photo to show that football stands together. Since, of course, with what's sadly going on in Ukraine, they're showing their respects towards Ukrainians, and of course the message that there should be no war, and the message to Ukraine that we are supporting them. Good to see claps all round from the City and Chelsea fans. So let's look at the lineups then. So for Chelsea, they've got Berger in goal. In defence, it's Charles, Carter, Bright, Noran, and Anderson. And then in midfield, it's G, Ingle, and Rayton. And then we've got Sam Kerr and Harder up front. Two very deadly strikers for Chelsea. And of course, no Fran Kirby. She's on the bench, I believe. Looking at Manchester City, England's recent number one. So White and Hemp. So it'll be a very, very interesting match ahead. So anyway, we're just getting some of your predictions in. We got Isalian Ab Reham saying Chelsea 2, City 1. Steve R's going for a Chelsea 3-1 win. Looking at our poll as well, we've had 30 of you vote so far, and Chelsea are leading that by 90% to 10%. So at the moment, Chelsea are the favourites. And as you can see, my predictions are below as well, which is Chelsea to win by 2-1. And I've gone for Sam Kerr to get the first goal score. You could say that's a bit of a betting tip there. Up to you if you want to follow my tips, but don't blame me if that doesn't happen. Gabby saying, Chelsea, let's go. Gabby is a Chelsea fan. She joined us for the Women's Champions League final last year, where sadly Gabby had to watch the Blues lose 4-0 to Barcelona. Let me just get some crowd noise on. There we go. So it looks like we're ready for kickoff. Gareth Taylor versus Emma Hayes. Emma Hayes, she's won a few trophies now at Chelsea. She's used to cup finals. She'd love to win this one, I'm sure. But so would Gareth Taylor. So it'll be Chelsea to kick off. And they'll be attacking from left to right. Man City from right to left. City, of course, in the turquoise blue colours, while Chelsea in their royal blue. But both teams as well taking the knee. I don't know much about this Wimbledon ground. I have a feeling it's a new ground from what I'm seeing in terms of the structure. It's a very small ground. It looks like there's been new buildings built around it as well, so it must be a new area. I'm not sure. Well, kickoff was about to happen. G was supposed to kick off, but she went too early. Now they have to do it again. Here we go then. So the match is underway. Chelsea versus Man City for the League Cup. Of course, Chelsea, the men's team, just missed out on penalties last weekend, as we all might remember from Kepa, the goalkeeper, skying the ball over the crossbar. So already we've got a Man City goal kick. Steve R saying we are live streaming in Canada. Woohoo! Yes, good to hear. Let us know, folks, where you're watching from today. CJW saying Aussie Sam 4, City 1. I know you love Sam Kerr. So anyway, Man City currently have the possession at the moment. Already Chelsea in here to try and go for 1-0. Oh, Kerr was trying to go for the header, but Greenwood good defending at the end. She jumped up at the right time to win the ball. I think it was Niam Choles who kicked the ball into the box for Sam Kerr. No, it was Harder, sorry. Yeah, Harder, good cross. Greenwood had to deal with that, and then Demi Stokes followed it up. So it's a goal kick for City. Only a minute gone and Chelsea already wanting to get themselves on the score sheet very quickly. Now CJW watching from Melbourne in Australia. Must be, whoa, what time's it over there in Australia? It must be very early hours. City trying to go on their first attack now. Lauren Hemp, I thought she might have been offside, but she isn't. Demi Stokes on the left wing. Has support of Hemp. Will she use it? No, because Charles has just beaten her to it with the ball. So throw-in for Chelsea. Yeah, Lauren Hemp is my player to watch. If any of you haven't watched women's football before, you haven't tracked City at all this season in terms of their women's team, and you're wondering who's the player to watch out for, it's definitely Lauren Hemp. And I'd say for Chelsea it is Sam Kerr, no doubt about it. But yeah, Lauren Hemp, I've been really, in terms of the last 12 months, she's really grown into the game very well. She's incredibly fast. She holds the ball really well. She dribbles the ball pretty well. And she can score, whether that's with her foot or with her head. She's good at taking headers. Now Sam Kerr, good ball onto the right-hand side there. She runs into the box. Cross is blocked by Greenwood. And that's a corner. Already Greenwood just showing to Sam Kerr that it's not going to be an easy day today. It's 2:20 in the morning in Australia, according to CJW. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, it's still a lot of people would like to go to bed before that. Kirsty Stanton says, hi, hello Kirsty, hope you're well. So corner, first one of the game going to Chelsea. Waiting with a weird kick to Jess Carter to then swing in. Well, you see, what was the point of that? I mean, they've got a corner out of it, but if you're going to cross it in anyway, you may as well just do it from the get-go. Greenwood again heading the ball away there. She's already been busy in this first 3 minutes. Reeton again just doing what she did before, plays it back to Jess Carter. 30 yards from goal, then back to Reeton. She'll cross it in with her left foot. Oh, the header's not controlled. Wow, Kerr gets there, but Roebuck got there as well. Now Harder. Oh, Ellen White screaming at her teammates to just say, come on, get a grip. I'll say this now, Chelsea, well, City, they couldn't control the header at all. The ball's going to land to Kerr, but Roebuck read the danger and fist pumped the ball away from the Australian. There were calls for offside, I think, but well, Greenwood was calling for it, but definitely not offside if you're playing in your opponent. Anyway, City have got a throw in. Stokes, Demi Stokes. Oh, City, what are they doing? City look a bit all over the place at the back at the moment. Of course, Chelsea, we all remember Seb True did a watch along for it, which was the Women's FA Cup final back in December, and it was an FA Cup final that was a bit late, a lot later scheduled because of COVID. But yeah, it was at Wembley Stadium, and Chelsea comfortably beat Arsenal 3-0 that day. So, you know, that was only, what, 3 months ago? Emmanuel saying Man City to win 2-0. I can't see City winning today, as you can tell from my written predictions below me. Who knows, though? Who knows? It was a good game between these two a few weeks ago, which was at Chelsea's ground. Oh, Berger, she's in trouble. City have got a chance here. No, no, not the best of balls. It's now with Rasso. Berger nearly made a mistake there, and luckily she cleared it at the end. Now Greenwood's now losing the ball out of her own feet nearly. Now to Demi Stokes. It's a few players that haven't eaten their Weetabix today so far. Greenwood. Millie Bright wins the ball for Chelsea, and they've got a free kick in their own half here. CJW saying Aussies Hayley Rasso and Alana Kennedy playing for City. They certainly are. Martina Bovanova asking, where is it possible to watch live? So I'm in England in the UK, and it's on BBC Two, so it's free for me. So I'm afraid that's all. I hope that helps you. It might be on BBC iPlayer, but I don't know if you'd have access to that depending on where you are, I think. Lucy Bronze does well with the defending there. Well, that's a throw-in. Promise says Chelsea to win 2-0. I think Chelsea will get 2 goals. But I've gone with 2-1 just because you want to see a good final contest. You don't want it to be one-sided. I'm not expecting it to be one-sided. Millie Bright. Long ball forward. Oh, it's too far for Kerr. And Ellie Roebuck will pick it up. Like to play it short from the back, Roebuck does. City a bit under pressure here. Steve R says FA Cup in Canada. As in, do they have their own FA Cup over there? Is that what you're saying, Steve? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, FA Cup player, yes. Sorry, FA player. Yeah. That's a good shout, actually. I didn't think of that. I think FA player works for this outside the UK because this match is on BBC, so I think BBC in England have this exclusively on TV so that nobody else can show it, like FA player, but FA player's shown it abroad, I think. Harder. Oh, she does pick out Kerr. Oh, the cross wasn't too bad, but it didn't find any of her teammates. City have cleared the ball for a throw into Chelsea on the far side. Looks like there's fans that have been given clappers. Don't know what to think of clappers. I remember Leicester City kept providing their fans for it, especially during the season when they won the Premier League in 2016. I think they've stopped doing that now. Probably quite a lot to give away. I remember I used to work at Everton. and I would be at the stadium at Goodison the day before match day. And I remember we would sometimes, because it was like the final home game of the season, we used to have to put every single flag, like, you know, blue flag or white flag, so it made a pattern in the stands to say something. We would have to just basically put them on into each chair, which it wasn't just me, there was quite a few of us, and more people started to help out, which was quite nice. But yeah, it was at some point you realise that the stadium's still quite big, which means the bigger, the longer the task will take. And I just remember having to put it on each chair, and I'm sure it's like that with the clappers. Kieran says hi from Philippines. Hello. Hope you're well. Ibrahim Musa saying Chelsea 2, Man City 0. Reeton with the corner. Oh. Header all over the place. What's going on? Oh, they've cleared it. Now with Carter. Ball into the box. Oh, it's all over the place. Calls for handball against Manchester City there. Referee says no straight away. There isn't any VAR in this final, I don't think. Now Lauren Hemp, she's playing on the right at the moment. Normally she plays on the left. But she can switch. She has done that. She did that against Chelsea the other week, actually. G. Recent heartbreak of losing the Asian Cup final. Oh, she would like to at least win this one. She doesn't want to be a runner-up again, I'm sure. Ingle. Now G. A ball forward. Doesn't find Eriksson at the end. Reeton yet again with another dangerous cross, but City dealt with it. There was handball. I'll say that now. There was a handball. They're showing a replay of it. But the moment the referee said no, that was it. There was never going to be a VAR or anything because that doesn't exist in this match. But apparently in women's football or the lower leagues in England, they're going to try out which is called VAR Lite. So it's not as big as the equipment is at a Premier League match, for example. But yeah, it's more affordable. That's what it's all about. That's why they call it a VAR Lite. Jess Carter with the throw-in. Doesn't land to anyone. Steve R says, watching on BBC is a pain here in Canada. I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. Isn't the main TV channel in Canada TSN when it comes to sports or something like that? Tadra Scott saying Manchester City going to destroy Chelsea today. Hope you're well, Tadra Scott. But at the moment, I'd say Chelsea are probably the team that look likely to score first. Now Man City in the midfield. Hemp didn't know what to do with that. And she's lost the ball to Ingle. Now Carter. Ooh, not a foul there. Here comes City. Oh, they're in trouble, City. Sorry, Chelsea. I say that. They've just cleared it, Chelsea, so it's a danger gone for now. Millie Bright, you know, for a centre-back, she's playing all over. Well, they might have a shot here, City. So deflected. Ellen White with a strike. Goes over the bar, but I think she might have been offside anyway. And Ellen White, I think she's wearing the captain's armband today. Steve R saying yes, TSN at $150 per year. So does that include a lot of sports, Steve? Because in England, we have Sky Sports and BT Sport, but you have to pay them separately for those subscriptions, I think. I don't pay for it. I just go online and find a stream, to be honest. But today, it's easy. It's on BBC. I've watched all the matches on BBC. It's even easier to watch it here in the comfort of my own home, as in just watching it in my room like this. It's much better. Just going to zoom my camera a little bit. There we go. So yeah, 15 minutes gone, still 0-0. CJW saying rest in peace Shane Warne. I'm I'm absolutely gutted about that. What an absolute shock that was to the sporting world yesterday. You know, it wasn't long ago I was listening to him do the cricket for the Ashes, you know, when England were in Australia back in January and December. Can't believe it, man. Absolutely gutted. The greatest spinner of all time, one of the greatest cricketers of all time, and that's not just me saying that. He was a fantastic player. He had quite a good life as well. From what I was reading yesterday, he loved a party, he loved a beer. But he just always came across as a decent lad, though. He seemed genuine, Shane Warne. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm absolutely gutted. 52, it's no age. It's no age. So I do feel for Australia. They've had a tough few days, Australia. Rodney Marsh passed away. He was an Australian cricketer. He died at 74. Yesterday it was Shane Warne. And then earlier this week, one of my favourite TV shows from Australia, Neighbours, is going to get cancelled this summer. I'm absolutely gutted. After 37 years and nearly 9,000 episodes, Neighbours is saying goodbye. Don't know if that's big in Australia, but we get it over here. Steve Salker says, come on, City, and also says, rest in peace, Shane Warne. But yeah, I was going to do a video yesterday in tribute for Shane Warne just to share my thoughts on it, but I guess I could just share it here. But yeah, it's really hard to take, because I actually went to the pub yesterday for a few pints with some friends. And I got back yesterday at like 1 a.m. or whatever, and I was watching Sky Sports News, and all it had on was just, you know, tributes to Shane Warne. It just still, even after a few pints, it still baffled me to learn that he's not going to be there anymore. It's really sad. Might just quickly check scores from other matches that we had today. I'll check that out at half time, I think. And that banner's up, like they always keep having those Chelsea fans wherever they go. A picture of Emma Hayes and then saying, in Emma we trust. Yeah, Emma Hayes, she's been there. I think she's been at Chelsea for 10 years now. As of this year. I can't believe it's March already, folks. We're coming to the end of the season. Last two months of the season. And, of course, let's not forget, in July we have the Women's Euros. Bring it on. We'll be trying to do as much content around the Women's Euros as much as we can, I think, here on Let's Talk Sports. So don't, if you don't want to miss any of that, or any of our future videos or streams here on Let's Talk Sports, subscribe to the channel. Would be very much appreciated. And we're free. We're not like TSN or Sky or whatever. We don't charge for our service. It's free. I think the Elm Charles has just been penalised there, and she's given away a City free kick. So it's on the left wing. I'd say 30 yards out. Greenwood and Hemp. It's quite a nice little stadium, Wimbledon's ground. It's a bit different. You know, it's not massive. It's not a massive stadium. The crowd looks good, but apparently it was a sellout. All tickets were sold. I am seeing a few empty seats. Unless people had problems getting to the ground, I'm not sure. Here's the free kick then. It was Greenwood with the delivery. Wasn't the best from her. Millie Bright's just booted it forward. Roebuck's done well to read that and come very far out to just get the possession back for City. And after all, that's a throw-in for Chelsea. But this is the thing with Ellie Roebuck. She's She's very alert. She is one of the best goalkeepers in the world in my eyes, at least in the Women's Super League. So I think that's fair to say she could be one of the best in the world if she's one of the best in the English top league of women's football. We got Benny FC saying, "Come on, Chelsea women." Steve Salker saying it's been hell here in Australia. Love your comments on Shane. Thank you, no worries. We've got Adele asking, "Where are you watching, bro?" So I'm watching on BBC Two, which is an English channel, if that helps. Some of the fans waving to the cameras, using their clappers. That looks like they were given when they got into the ground. Nearly reaching the halfway point of this first half, and it's been quite even actually. I'd say Chelsea have started off better, but there hasn't been a real chance yet for either team. Ellie Roebuck's just slipped her kick there, and it's gone out for a throw-in. It's not like her. Yeah, don't be shy, folks. If you haven't got in touch yet, do send us your messages on the live chat page. Currently got Chelsea winning the poll at 89%. Man City 11%. Greenwood trying to get the ball down the line to Demi Stokes. It's too far for her. Jess Carter's cleared it for a throw to City. Let's see if there's any stats here for this game so far. Looks like the win probability, according to SofaScore, is saying that Chelsea is 61.85% and only 24% going towards Man City. Head-to-head, though, it's actually towards Man City. They've won 7 of them. Chelsea have won 6 of them. And then they've drawn 7 times. So if Chelsea win this game today, it's 7 on all scenarios of this history between the 2 big clubs of women's football. Oh, that's a shirt pulling there from Niam Choles, and I'd give her a yellow card for that, but I think the referee might not give it. I think that's a yellow card. Lauren Hemp was getting away from her and she just pulls her shirt. That's a yellow card. And we've had quite a few minutes into this game now, so no, that's poor. But yeah, I believe tickets for this were only like £10. Here's the free kick. Straight to the hands of Berger. And a good throw out to Sam Kerr. Oh, she just couldn't keep control of it, and City have got the ball back. Now Hemp. Carter with the clearance. Hope this angle of my room's okay, folks. I just thought I'd watch on my TV today instead of my computer, because I work 8 hours or 9 hours or so on my computer each day. But it's nice to get away from the same old seat, really. Oh, Hemp's got away from her opponents. This is her at her best. Stanway. Now Lucy Bronze. This is looking good for City. Oh, they've hit the post. Oh, it's not over yet. Demi Stokes with a shot. The calls found ball. They reckon Ingle got a hand to the ball there from Stokes' shot. But they'll have to show the replay again. But I think it was Hemp that hit the post. Perfect low ball into the box. It's not over yet. City have still got it. And now Millie Bright will clear it. And it comes off Greenwood and it'll be a throw-in. And I don't want to repeat the words that Lauren Hemp just said to herself, but yeah, it was very close. Fantastic cross. And Hemp getting ahead of her opponent, Liam Charles. And I don't know how she's missed. And Katrin Berger would never have saved it if it was on target. She just stood there. Wow. What a chance for City to go 1-0 up against the champions. Steve R saying, click the like. Thank you, Steve. But yeah, would appreciate if any of you lot can support the channel. Really would. Now, yeah, it hit her hand. It definitely hit Ingle's hand, but maybe that's even now because both teams have had a handball in each box in this game so far where the referee has said no. And if you didn't know, there is no VAR. Now Millie Bright, oh, it's a free kick to Charles. Thought they'd just play a throw-in, but no. Now Carter. G to Charles. Oh, she just kicked it a bit too far. But anyway, here's Ingle trying to pick out harder, but no, Greenwood, you have to do better than that to get past Greenwood. I think she's been brilliant as one of their main centre-backs since Steph Houghton's had quite a difficult season with injuries. And I think she had COVID as well. Oh, Serena Wagman's there, the England coach. Or head coach, shall we say. That was a good chance here. G shoots. Oh, did that take a deflection? Greenwood yet again with some good defending. She made a mistake, actually. She decided to take the goal kick and run with the ball instead. And then Harder intercepted in their own box. Got to be careful. I just never understand. Playing from the back, I've got nothing wrong with people doing it, but I think you should only do it if you can do it. If that makes sense. Playing from the back, you've got to master that, or you get into trouble and you'll have regret. Ingle. City now going on the attack, 4 against 5 at the moment as they go on the run of play. Poor pass, and it goes out for a Chelsea goal kick. Kunal asking anyone got the link to watch this match. So it's on BBC. Don't know if you've got BBC where you are, but it's on that for free. So we've reached 30 minutes exactly of this game, and there's no goals to report. Still goalless, but this is a good match so far. City have had the best chance. Lauren Hemp from close range hitting the post after collecting a low ball cross from the right. Should have scored. So City have been the team that should have gone ahead, I'd say. But I'd say this now, Chelsea look more dangerous. Kunal says it's in India. There's the FA player. Don't know if that helps. So there's a block of tower flats that are above, well, not above, you know, around the stadium. And they've just shown there's some Chelsea fans in one of the tower blocks able to watch over. I'm not going to lie, I'm desperate for the toilet. I forgot to go before this match started. I'll have to go at half time. Hopefully I don't pee myself before that. Better not do, because this is my bed as well I'm sitting on. Demi Stokes in midfield. Thrown for Chelsea. I didn't check who was on the bench for these teams. So there's no Fran Kirby at all. So I wonder if she's injured. Which for Emma Hayes is not easy to have without her. She's losing her feet, but she's got the ball still. Good defending at the end. I think that was Kennedy. Yeah, Ericsson's. Oh, good chance for Chelsea. Kerr, she scores! And that's my first prediction right. First goal scored to go to Sam Kerr. And she's done it again. She scored in another cup final for Chelsea. She runs to Emma Hayes and to her teammates on the bench. Gets a hug off one of her teammates. And you can see the Chelsea flags waving about in the stands of Wimbledon. Chelsea 1, Man City 0. So I've got that prediction right. I wished I'd bloody well put a bet on that. I always get it right when I don't put a bet on it. That's what I'm learning. And CJW saying, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. So it was a cross into the box. Sam Kerr up against Roebuck and Demi Stokes at the same time. And Roebuck just could not get her hand to the ball. And then Sam Kerr had her back towards goal, still rotated herself to score the goal as well. So she was able to get it in the bottom left corner of the net at the end. So, yeah, Chelsea 1, Man City 0. But I'll say this now, City have had a good game. They haven't been that bad. They have been a bit wobbly in defence, so I will say that. I think even Greenwood was having a good start to the game, and she nearly conceded a goal. Now here's Lucy Bronze. Man City looking for a quick response. It's on the right wing. Cross comes in. Now Lauren Hemp. Sometimes you just want to give her the ball and she'll do the rest. Goal kick for City. Sorry, no, Chelsea. Let me just find out how many goals Sam Kerr has now got this season. So apparently in this, she's only played 2 matches before. I think these are stats before she. I think these are stats before this game started, so they wouldn't have updated yet. But yeah, Sam Kerr only played 2 matches in this competition, and she hasn't had any goals. So I think this is her first goal of this competition of this season in the final when it matters. So add that with the 9 goals she's had in the Women's Super League. That's 10. And then 3 goals in the Women's Champions League. So that's 13 goals for Sam Kerr this season, if we've got that correct from those stats provided. And I think Sam Kerr's just won a free kick after Lucy Bronze took the Aussie down. Steve Salcas saying Kerr could stay in England, does nothing for Australia. As an Englishman, I remember the 2000s, our so-called golden generation. Lucy Bronze gets a yellow card for that foul. So that's the first booking of the game. So free kick coming in. Millie Bright couldn't get the header that she wanted, but it doesn't matter. Even though it went wide, she was offside anyway. So 7 minutes to go until half time. Interesting game so far. If you've just joined us, Sam Kerr getting the opening goal of the game and helping me get half my predictions correct so far. CJW saying, yes, she is only the country's highest goal scorer, men or women. Yeah, that's true. She beat Tim Cahill's records during the Asian Cup. So you could say she doesn't do anything for Australia, but I think CJW's giving you a good response there, Steve. But everyone's opinion is always going to be different. So I was just checking the history here about the Women's League Cup. So that's what it's mainly what it is, but it's of course known as Continental League Cup because of sponsorship reasons. But Chelsea, as I said, are the current winners because they won it last season and they've got 2 of them. So if they win this today, it'll be their 3rd title. But Arsenal have got the most with 5. And Man City have got 3 because the last time they won it was 2019. Yeah, I think Chelsea have... So Chelsea have won the last 2 of them. They've won the last 2 of these cups. So it'll be 3 in a row if Chelsea win this today. Steve saying that Sam Kerr is scoring goals against sides that are no good. I think she has got a few doubters. She kind of reminds me of the Lukaku a bit. I'm not saying she plays like the Lukaku. I mean just like Sam Kerr's not everyone's cup of tea in terms of strikers in women's football. I think there's some people out there that just wouldn't have Sam Kerr as their main striker. But at the end of the day, I think for Chelsea, she's been great last 2 years. Now Man City, with 4 minutes to go till half time, they'd love to get an equaliser. And after all that, that's a corner, isn't it? That was a corner. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought for a moment the referee was saying it was a goal kick. And if I'm correct, it should be a corner here for Man City. Rosemary asking, please, where can we watch the match? There's FA Player or BBC 2, BBC iPlayer, that's what I'm watching it on. Greenwood to take the corner. And headed away. G heading that away. Stokes. Oh, there's a chance here for Chelsea. It's harder offside. Good defending at the end there by City. She got into a tight angle there for goal. Harder. She didn't try it, and then it went out for a corner at the end, I think. But that could have been 2-0 to the good before we even reached the break. Sai Kejor says hi. Hello, Sai. Hope you're well. Or is it Say Kejor? Is that how you say it? Gore-Eaton with the corner. Oh, headed chance. There's a volley chance. Oh, just over the bar from Charles. She chested the ball down and volleyed it as the ball was coming down to her feet. Just on the edge of the box. That would have been a superb goal. Went past everyone, but it went over the bar. Goal kick to City. About a minute to go. Was that Chelsea's last chance to score another before half time? I must admit, folks, I can't wait for half time, so I really need the toilet. Rosemary, when it gets to half time, I'll try and find a link for you. It's called FA Player. So I'd Google it, the FA Player. This is if you're, it depends where you are, but if you're abroad, I think that's where people overseas from England can watch this today. So yeah, Google the FA Player. Calvin Supatro saying, Chelsea Women Day, greetings from Indonesia. Hello, Calvin. Hope you're well. Hope the weather's nice. What time is it in Indonesia? I don't know if you guys are hours ahead of the UK or behind. I don't know. City again, just passing it around with the goalkeeper and the defenders at the moment. Chelsea trying to put pressure on them though. 30 seconds till half time. As I said, I'm very desperate for the toilet, so I'll be happy for this to go to half time in just a moment. But don't, what was it, when it gets to half time, folks, we'll have a quick break and then we'll be ready for the second half again. Plus, I do want to go through some score lines from today's football, as I haven't watched any other football today. Lauren Hemp with a cross in, and Katzenberger's got there. 1 minute of added time. It's now with G. Now can Chelsea on the attack here now on the left-hand side. Couldn't get it to Kerr. I think she would have been offside if she had collected the pass. Lucy Bronze now has it for City. But yes, you do feel for Chelsea fans. They'll be wanting to see the women's team win this because they don't want to. They wouldn't have wanted to have lost 2 League Cup finals in the space of a week. Because let's not forget, last Sunday they lost to Liverpool on penalties at Wembley. So the 1 minute is up. Might just have one last attack here, Chelsea. No, City have intercepted, and the referee has blown the whistle for half-time at Wimbledon. So it is currently Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0. Sam Kerr with the goal. That separates the two sides, and that is the difference so far. The biggest chance for City, though, was Lauren Hemp. Before Sam Kerr scored, Lauren Hemp struck the post from close range after picking up a low ball cross. She'll regret that, I'm sure, if they don't come back from this scoreline. But anyway, at the moment, Chelsea look like they're 45 minutes away from winning a third Continental Cup in a row. But can City stop them? We'll be back in just a few minutes' time, folks. So don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a quick toilet break and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half. But yeah, at the moment, it's looking all good for Chelsea. They're currently 1-0 up. I'll be right back, folks. Let me just get the light. I'm going to get my lights on a bit brighter because you might not be able to see me once it gets darker. How's that? So currently, as I said, it's 1-0 to Chelsea. It looks as though I don't think there's been any changes. Yeah, no substitutions. Sam Kerr's walking on like she's limping. Unless she's just being like that. Anyway, second half has begun. So City attacking from left to right. Chelsea from right to left. But yes, Sam Kerr the difference in this match so far with that first half goal. There's my drink. I was going to check. Sai says, hi mate, what's up? There's been quite a lot of messages since I've been gone. We got Wezigra saying, Vicky Lizardo, my girl, show them. We got Strip Bear getting in touch with a lot of messages from Strip Bear. Hello there. Authority and Power saying nothing stopping us from winning. Apparently Liverpool are 1-0 up against West Ham. Looks as though Mane got the first goal. Yep. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the assist. Chelsea trying to get a cross in there. But Greenwood blocks the cross and she's just cleared it away. Oh dear. And Charles has gone into the advertising board. And all the players coming over pretty much checking to see she's okay. I wonder if they'll show the replay again. I wonder if Emma Hayes will have to make a change. So a bit of a scary moment there for Niam Choles. Hopefully she'll be all right. So a bit of a pause here for this final. There's one or two Chelsea fans that have got a board up asking Sam Kerr for a shirt. Seen that a lot more in football matches now when someone brings a piece of paper or cardboard cut out asking for a shirt. Well, Charles is back up on her feet as the game has now continued on. So Chelsea playing with 10 at the moment. And there's a chance for City, and they've got an equaliser. It's Caroline Weir. And City have got a goal back. And we've certainly got a final on our hands now. Just 4 minutes into the second half, and Chelsea have equalised and City have responded. So it's now Chelsea women 1, Man City women 1. Of course, let's not forget Chelsea were playing with 10 players because Charles was being treated on the sideline. And I think it was Georgia Stanway with a fantastic pass. Millie Bright didn't mark her. She realised the mistake and then she ran up to Caroline Weir, but it was too late as she already made the kick. And could Berger have saved it? She got her foot to it. I think she was probably stunned that she got the ball from there. Oh, and Reeton's just missed a golden chance for Chelsea. Strip Bear saying, come on, the real Blues. There was a chance there, harder to Reeton, then Reeton's just completely scuffed her shot. And she knows that there was a chance to get it on target at least. City again trying to play from the back from a goal kick, and they do struggle with the pressure of Chelsea's front three. Crystal says Dolan and Emma say hi, Jamie. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Emma. Hello, Dolan. Hope you're well. See, they're from America. They call it soccer over there, but I'm trying to tell them that the word is football. Because in my eyes, American football is throw ball. It should be called throw ball. Actually, in America, there's a lot of MLS games on tonight. Might watch 1 or 2 of them tonight. So in terms of Premier League results today, quite a few games that have happened. Leicester City winning against Leeds United 1-0. So that's Jesse March's first game for Leeds, not going well as the new manager. Aston Villa 4, Southampton 0. Burnley 0, Chelsea 4. Newcastle United winning yet again under Eddie Howe, 2-1 against Brighton this time at St James's Park. Norwich City 1, Brentford 3. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Crystal Palace 2. And as I said, it's half-time in the evening kickoff. Liverpool 1, West Ham United 0. In terms of the other women's matches that are on today, there was 2 WSL matches that were on at lunchtime. Aston Villa losing 1-0 to Brighton at home. Lee Tessier scoring for the Seagulls. And Man United, comfortable win over a team trying to stay in the league for next season, and that is a 4-0 win over Leicester City. 2 goals for Katie Zellum in that one. Well, my prediction was Chelsea to win 2-1. I've got Sam Kerr scoring the first goal correct, but will I get the prediction right? Because I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this game does end 2-1, but for which team? We'll find out. Only 7 minutes gone in the second half. Chelsea have got a corner though. Tadger Scott saying, yes, 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 Manchester City. Corner there for Chelsea. Oh, no, comes to nothing. And it's gone out for a goal kick on the opposite end. I'll tell you what, people could go on about saying Sam Kerr doesn't play well in the big games or score well in the big games. I'd question Pernell harder, to be honest. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Pernell harder, but I don't think, I think she's a bit overrated. And let's not forget, Chelsea got her from Wolfsburg, so she was already playing for one of the best teams in Europe. A team that normally compete for the Women's Champions League, at least. I thought you were going to bring her up, Tadja Scott, saying the coach need to get Shaw on the field. Yeah, she is on the bench. She didn't start today. I haven't checked the City bench, actually. I'll have a look in a moment. Meanwhile, there's Chelsea with a chance. Good cross from Reeton, but Roebuck got there instead. Yeah, Shaw's on the bench. So is Julie Blackstad, Janine Becky, Jess Park. Jess Park's been one of the main starters recently for City, so I was a bit surprised she didn't start. Instead, it was Rasso. No Vicky Lozada, though. I wonder if she's injured. Laura Combs is there. And so is Keating. Steve Salker's asking me who am I a fan of. So I'm a Man United fan, so men and women's team. But yeah, it was good how they lost to Man City last weekend in the FA Cup. They were 1-0 up, then we conceded four goals, 2 of them that could have been avoided in my eyes. One of them involved a Mary Earps mistake. Kerr now on the left-hand side. She might go alone. Oh, poor pass. But there might be a shot. Oh, great save by Roebuck. Charles with the shot. And Man City avoid giving away a corner then. They've cleared the ball. Good save by Roebuck, though. Great shot and great save. Helps City to stay at 1-1. Strip Bear saying harder overrated, feck off. That's just my opinion. She could try and prove me wrong by scoring a goal tonight, maybe, or getting an assist or something. But yeah, Sam Kerr's pass originally from that was poor, but then Niama Charles was able to just pick it up from nowhere and take the strike. Oh, chance for City, and they've scored. It's Ellen White. We haven't seen her at all in this game, but she scores when it matters. And that's Ellen White in a nutshell. She taps it home in front of the City fans. She's made sure my scoreline prediction ain't going to be right. But Man City have turned it around. They were 1-0 down, and now they're 2-1 up. Gareth Taylor clapping his teammates from that. And Emma Hayes looking to the coaches on the bench, wondering what do they do about this. So, Lauren Hemp, brilliant run into the box. Her cross was too dangerous, and then Ellen White just tapped it in. It wasn't actually the best of... Well, no, it was a good cross. But Anne Katrin-Berger couldn't deal with it, and because she only got her fingertips to it, it gave the ball straight to the feet of Ellen White. That is the last player you give it to. At close range. 2-1 to City. But this has been a great final. Steve Salkus, who I believe is a City fan, saying, "You beauty!" And he keeps saying 3-1. That's what he wants it to be, I think. That's his prediction. I mean, it makes our poll look a bit silly now because it's 89% that went for Chelsea. Man City at 11% only. In the last 10 minutes of the game, we normally, if you're new to this watch long, we normally do a player of the match vote. So we'll put that in later on in the game. So we won't keep that poll on throughout. Burgoyne saying Derby might just stay up. Reading are poor. I didn't see the championship results today. I know it's Stoke lost. Derby 2-0. 2-0 they won today against Barnsley. Wow. They are 5 points from safety. And Reading have got a game in hand. So they could just do Reading losing that game. Still an uphill task, I'd say, for Derby. Because you've still got Peterborough and Barnsley with 2 games in hand who are below them. Oh, it's going to be hit and miss. But as long as Derby keep winning their home matches, that's the least they can do. Now G. So we're up to the hour mark. 2-1 to City. When it went to half-time, it looked like Chelsea were going to be quite difficult, but City, fair play to them. It's only taken them about 10 minutes to get those 2 goals. But as I keep going on about with Lauren Hemp, she created it again, that chance. Fantastic. As I say, she's the best player in the league right now. I put that on my Twitter and I said that a week ago, and I stick by that. Oh, Gora Reaton's a bit injured. She's having to limp. She's limping a bit while walking away, but I think she'll be all right. I think it was just a knock. And after all that, it's a goal kick for City. So yeah, City, I'm sure, will be happy to just defend this lead now, but I'm sure Gareth Taylor would like them to get a third goal to probably put the game to bed. Kind of question Jess Carter there, not tracking Lauren Hemp's cross, really. Here's Hemp again. She's got away from Carter. Cross wasn't too bad, but it was well dealt with by Noran at the end. Steve Salka saying next goal so important to the result. Definitely. Gorgeous Stanway. Let's not forget, Jess Parker isn't even on the pitch yet. So if they bring her on, the energy she brings up for City could really help them get that third goal. And as Tadja Scott keeps stressing, they've got to get Shaw on. But yeah, I've not seen Ellen White do anything in this game, but she's been there when they needed her, which is to tap in a cross. Cross in from Hemp. Oh, at the end, straight at Katzenberger. Oh. Chelsea nearly giving away a goal. Now Stanway. Chelsea, I'll say this now, they look rattled. Oh, it's gone out for a goal kick after all that. Ivan Swift has got in touch. Hello, Ivan. I'm currently watching on BBC Two. It's now with Harder. G. Oh, shot blocked on the edge of the box. Looks as though Lauren James is coming on for Chelsea. She has pretty much throughout this season been starting matches on the bench under Emma Hayes. They signed her from Man United last summer. So here's the corner. Stanway, Ellen White, shot blocked. Another corner. Chelsea's response to that second goal of City doesn't exist at the moment. Georgia Stanway with the corner. Oh, headed just over the bar. I think that was Kennedy. Yep, Lauren James has come on. She's replaced. Oh, Goro Reeton. In all fairness, Reeton hasn't had the best of games. But I am a fan of Lauren James. I thought in her final season at United, she was starting to become the player that I think the coaches were expecting to be. Ivan Swift saying, wake up Chelsea. Tina Afina saying, Chelsea with crying emojis. I think it's another City corner. Just over 20 minutes to go. And Chelsea need an equaliser, otherwise this is going to be City winning their 4th Continental Cup or League Cup. Stanway taking it yet again on the far side. Oh, Lucy Bronze. Oh, it's 3-1. It's Caroline Weir again. And she loves a goal or two at the moment. She's made it 3-1, and she may have just put the game to bed and won Man City the League Cup. Right place, right time yet again from her. That's 2 goals for her tonight. And she's 1 goal away from a hat-trick. Chelsea 1, Man City 3. As Steve said, the next goal is always going to be important, and wow, we know what that is at the end. Look at my predictions now, doesn't they look stupid? I got Sam Kerr right, but the rest of it's been poor. Oh, great finish. So it was a Georgia Stanway corner. Lucy Bronze with the header across. Then Ingle tried to header it out of the box, but it then went straight to the feet of Caroline Weir. And yeah, Chelsea's defence today has been poor. Great volley. Nothing you can do about that. Well, Chelsea have got to go for it now. They've got exactly 20 minutes to get 2 goals. Because I'd imagine this goes to extra time if it's a draw after 90 minutes. But as I say, they need 2 goals. And let's not forget as well, there's no Fran Kirby. Oh dear. Ivan Swift saying, I give up, I hate this, congrats City. Ivan already conceding defeat. But for any of you Chelsea fans that are leaving right now, at least subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and give us a like. Really appreciate your support if you can. Looks like Chelsea are going to make another substitution. They need a goal out of nowhere, really, Chelsea, and then they're back in it. It's not over yet, folks. Oh, Lauren James, first touch of the game. She's lost it easily to Lucy Bronze. Hemp. Caroline Weir. Could she get a hat-trick? I think she'll be your player of the match at this rate. I'm going to start a new poll, folks, asking you lot if Chelsea are going to come back or not. Oh, it's Ellen White. Oh, straight at the keeper. Was she offside, though? Oh, I don't think she was. That's a golden chance to have made it 4-1, that. I must admit, Ellen White is one of those. She's like Lewandowski or Haaland. She normally just doesn't miss. As long as she has the chance in the box, she'll get you the goal. Well, I've put up a new poll asking you lot at home if Chelsea can fight back. There we go. Can Chelsea fight back? Yes or no chance? No, it looks like Beth England's going to come on. I'm not a Beth England fan. I don't think she's... I'm not really sure what she can provide on that pitch when it's moments like this. Hello. Hang on. I'm just streaming. Hang on. Let me just mute my mic. So City cross in there, and it's another deflection. Don't know why, but the scoreboard on there on the stream has disappeared. It's been a lot of corners for Man City. I've lost count. Oh, Burgers. Oh, nearly. All the balls all over the place. How did City not get a fourth? Well, according to our latest poll, no chance. 63% of you saying that Chelsea have no chance of fighting back. 37% of you going for yes, though. Some of you still thinking that they can do it. There's quarter of an hour to go, but Chelsea can't even get out their own half at the moment. It's another corner for Man City. I'll tell you what, at this rate, there could be more. Oh, Ellen White. Nearly. I was going to say, if she had scored that, she'd have been on 2 goals, and you'd have had Caroline Weir and Hemp both going for a hat-trick. Oh, G's lost it again. It's not been a good game for G. Has given the ball away quite a few times. Oh, now it's Caroline Weir. Now Stanway, she'll have a shot. Oh, it's just blocked on the edge of the box. Harder. They need a goal now, Chelsea. It's Kerr. Steve Salker saying Chelsea could lose 2 cups in a week. Yeah. Not been a great week for Chelsea at this rate. But their men's team won comfortably today. Beat Burnley 4-0. Oh, now here's Lauren James. Oh, she's offside. Oh, Beth England's still not come on yet. They've taken a while. Beth England looked like she's been ready for at least 5 minutes. She's coming on now, though. Yam Charles is coming off. She had a shot early on in the second half, denied by Roebuck. Well, big save that was. So Beth England's coming on. Oh, G's coming off. Drew Spence coming on. That was a wasteful corner. Eleven minutes to go. Hemp. Oh, straight at Berger. I thought that might have just put the game to bed. In just a few minutes, we will ask you for your player of the match, folks, so keep an eye out for that poll. We currently do have one up asking you if Chelsea can fight back, and at the moment, 64% of you are saying no chance. Looks, I think Blackstad's coming on for City. What do people think of Blackstad? I've not seen enough of her to really comment. So she's replaced Rasso. Oh, Beth England. Great defending by Kennedy. Corner for Chelsea on the far side. Nearly clashed into the photographers there. That'd have been a great photo. Oh, corner in. They've got another one. Another poll's coming up in a moment, folks. Chelsea with a corner. As I say, if they score now, it makes the last 8 minutes very interesting. Eriksson with the cross. Oh, and Demi Stokes has cleared it. Ooh. So, player of the match poll is up, folks. You've got 4 options, 3 of them for City, and that's Weir, White, and Hemp. And then for Chelsea, it's just Sam Kerr. King of Football says, oh, we are City. Remember, folks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So do give us a follow on YouTube. We do quite quite a lot of watch-alongs in women's football, so if you want to see more of it, do follow us and support the channel. Now Kerr. Through to Lauren James on the left-hand side. Cuts in. Good defended by Bronze. Crucial that, because as I said, if City don't want to concede any more goals, which is obvious, but if they conceded a goal now, it would make things very interesting. Oh, Roebuck. I think they must play rugby on that ground, because there's some old markings there of a rugby pitch. I think it's rugby. Steve R asking Jessie with national team. Which Jessie are we talking about? Who's winning this player of the match so far? Yeah, Weir as expected. Millie Bright. Well, I think, was it 4 minutes to go? City should. They've got the possession at the moment. They're holding it well. They've got it in their own half. Remember, Chelsea still need 2 goals to take this into extra time. Now Lauren Hemp. Cross in. They couldn't really get anything behind that. Blackstad, it's a good ball, but I think for her to find the net like that would have been very, very, well, it would have been a great goal. It looks as though the BBC have given Caroline Weir the player of the match. Yeah, 2 goals for her today. She'd love to get a hat-trick, though, in a final. You rarely see a hat-trick in a final. I think the only ever World Cup final hat-trick was Jeff Hurst in 1966 for England. And Shaw has come on for White. White getting one of the goals as well today. Steve Salker saying, the fat lady ready to start singing Go City, lol. Certainly sounds like that. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Don't forget to vote for your player of the match. The poll is up on the chat page. You've got the options of Weir, White, Kerr and Hemp. Now here's Shaw, first touch of the game since she's just come on. Hemp. Another change here for Chelsea, but I'm not sure that's going to make much of a difference. Eriksson coming off. And Obdalene has replaced her. Sorry, Anderson she's replaced. Hope you've enjoyed this watch long anyway, folks. Been a good final. I thought Chelsea were, well, they were no doubt the favourites, I think, but I must admit, I didn't think City would beat them today. So we have reached 90 minutes. How much of added time will there be? Four minutes of added time. But City are doing exactly what they need to do when defending a 2-goal lead. They're just holding the ball and they've been keeping it out of their own half. James. Now Hemp. Oh, Stanway took the ball away from her. Now Katrin she's just kicking it up as high as she can in a bid for Chelsea to not just get one, but 2 goals they need in the next 3 minutes of this added time remaining. But this is a big win for City. Revenge after losing to them in the league a few weeks ago. But, you know, in all fairness to City, since the midway point of this season, since they've had all their players back, Gareth Taylor and his team have been able to get a good few wins in the bag. So at the moment, they're going to win the League Cup this season. They're still in the FA Cup, and they still have an outside chance of winning the Women's Super League. Big ask for them to try and win that off the hands of either Arsenal or Chelsea. But they could still have a good end to the season. A double's definitely possible, maybe a treble, we'll see. They didn't compete in the Women's Champions League this year. No, they did. What am I saying? I don't think they got out the groups. If I'm wrong, do say. Yeah, there's a lot of City fans now, looking very happy in the stands. Now Harder again. Not a great match for her in a final. That's 3 finals I've seen her in now, and she's never scored in any of them. Women's Champions League final last season when they lost 4-0 to Barca. She had 2 great chances in that final to get Chelsea back in it. Good ball from Lauren James out to Sam Kerr on the right. Less than 60 seconds to go. Poor pass. Poor cross into the box. City deal with that, no problem. Steve R saying, thank you again, great show. Thank you, Steve. And Steve Salker saying, great show, Jamie, loved every minute. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Yeah, if you haven't yet, Don't forget to vote for your player of the match. It's quite tight at the moment. Well, Weir and Kerr are level. I must admit, I wasn't expecting Kerr to have a chance for player of the match. How wrong I was. Well, we've reached the 94th minute, and there we go. Full time at Wimbledon, and Manchester City have won the Continental Cup. 3-1 they beat Chelsea. They were a goal down at half time, but a brilliant second half. Gareth Taylor must have given them a good team talk. But Caroline Weir as well will be delighted to have contributed the 2 goals, at least, that helped them turn it around. But yeah, what a win for Man City that is. That is a statement against Chelsea, I think. Chelsea were looking like the team to go for all trophies again this season. And I think it's fair to say they'll obviously try and recover from this very quickly. But Man City, as I said just before, that's the League Cup under their belt. They're still in the FA Cup, and they're just outside of the WSL title race. But if they could get the results continuing with wins, who knows? Who knows? There's no pressure on them. But congratulations to Man City. They are the League Cup winners. Get in touch, folks, on the live chat page. What did you think of that final? Did the best team win? As you can tell from my predictions that are written down below me ahead of this game, I'm very wrong. The only thing I got right was the first goal scorer. I thought Chelsea would win the final, but Man City instead winning it 3-1. Well, anyway, we'll stay on until they lift the trophy, Man City. So already Millie Bright talking to Emma Hayes, the Chelsea manager. Already having a word after their defeat. Already straight away in the drawing board. Sorry, the boardroom or whatever you call it. The City team just in a circle right now, just having a quick pep talk from Gareth Taylor. There were some, apparently there were 1 or 2 players that weren't happy with Gareth Taylor as their manager during this season. Apparently Lucy Bronze was one of them, but I don't know if that's true, but that was apparently the case. But at the moment, with a full strength squad, they're showing that they've got potential and they've just won a cup. So who knows? Yeah, he's just doing another pep talk with them. Few City fans asking for their shirts. One asking for Ellen White to give her a shirt. Kind of wonder if the parents are making them do that. But before you lot leave, folks, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. and give this stream a like. In terms of other watch-alongs taking place this weekend, we've got at least the MotoGP starting tomorrow, and that is the Qatar Grand Prix. So the start of the 2022 championship begins tomorrow. So do join me at 3 o'clock UK time, that is, British time, for the first race of the season. So I'll be doing a watch-along for that, so don't miss that. There's quite a lot of you who enjoy the MotoGP watch-alongs. Be interesting to hear what Emma Hayes thought of that. I think I agree with Steve Selkers here. He says Chelsea, they didn't fire after Kerr's goal. They thought they would win. Yeah, it felt like it was a normal procedure for them. When Kerr scored, it did feel like, right, is this when they just control the game and win it comfortably like they have done against all the big teams this season so far? But yeah, they just didn't really make more chance. They didn't use that momentum at all. Man City needed half-time, and look what happened. Came onto the pitch a lot better, and had scored 3 good goals. They could have had more goals though, in my eyes. There were some good chances. They're just speaking to Caroline Weir now. Let's see what she says. I would put the TV sound on, but there's music on in that background, and I don't want this stream to get done for copyright just because we've got a bit of music on in the background. But yeah, she's won the Player of the Match award. And let's end our poll now. So if you haven't voted yet, you've just missed out, I'm afraid. So we've asked for your player of the match, and the winner is Caroline Weir. She is Let's Talk Sports player of the match with 38% of your votes. Sam Kerr coming in second as she scored for Chelsea earlier on in this game at 30%. Ellen White, 22%, she scored as well. And Lauren Hemp at 8%. So thanks to all of you who voted, and well done to Caroline Weir, who has won our player of the match award for today. So I think that's more or less it, really, folks. I think we're going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Well done to Man City, and thanks and commiserations to Chelsea. I'm sure they'll bounce back from this. They've still got the league title to go for and the FA Cup as well for Man City as well. Who knows what this win for City could do? The confidence will certainly be there for them throughout the rest of this season now. Big 2 months ahead of this season. But anyway, of course, if you love your women's football, do follow Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. Simply click that subscribe button, and we'll carry on doing as much more women's football content as we do. But as it says in the title, we do other sports as well. MotoGP stream tomorrow, possibly some snooker streams coming up with the World Championship snooker. F1's coming back in a couple of weeks. So yeah, lots of sports to look forward to here on Let's Talk Sport. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you and good night. And well done to City.